What's up YouTube, Barcode here, bringing you another Heir of Light video. This video is going to be about fusing. It's going to be about the Summoner's War collaboration with Heir of Light. And I'm also going to throw out some summons because of the new heroes that are in the game, because I played Summoner's War for almost 5 years and I just have a love for this whole collaboration that they're doing. Now, if you didn't know, Gameville either is a brother or sister company or owns Com2Us, one of the two. I really don't care, but they had collaboration with Summoner's War and brought in the Valkyries and also the Archangels into the game, so I'm sure there's going to be more to come in the future. So let's get into the first part of the video. This is going to be for newer players that are playing the game or older players that are coming back after a hiatus, like myself, or even if some older players never really even knew this could happen with fusing. I'm just going to go talk into about that now. So when you go to the summon tab, you can go over to the fourth tab on the right, which is fuse over here. Now, if you don't know what fuse is, once you max level any star level, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, you can actually fuse a different max level character in order to get a higher level star level. Now, gacha players, like, you know, when you have a maxed out 3-star max level, you take 3 level 1 3-stars, feed it into it, and make it a 4-star. This kind of skips the process a little bit. It really depends on what you really need and what you really want, and I'll kind of explain that. So there is characters in the game that you may not want to build or are just not worth building. Fire Gretel, for example, everybody would build light, you know, that has ignored defense. I don't know who would build Fire Gretel, but you can put her as a max level and then you feed another max level to it and it'll automatically make a 5-star. Now think about how many resources this actually saves. It saves so many resources. I mean, all the 3-stars that will make 4-4-stars to put this max 4-star level into 5-stars. It's a ton of resources, a ton of energy that you're saving. Maxing out a star level is a lot easier in this game because you can easily farm with auto repeat. The gems and the energy resource that you have with refreshing is amazing. I mean, I can farm the tile that I'm farming and get a ton of energy back, pretty much almost sometimes more than I spend. So it's very easy to max level a star character over promoting it with 3, you know, different pieces of fodder, 4 different pieces of fodder, whatever the case may be. So let me just show you an example. So Fire Gretel, I'm gonna just go ahead and feed this Nature Mary into it, okay? One thing to note is the initial monster that you choose, whatever element it is what the next 5-star element is going to be, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, if you're feeding 4 stars into a 4-star, you actually have a low origin rate to actually, it can turn into a random different thing. This isn't going to turn into a 5-star Fire Gretel. It has a chance to, but it can also turn into any random champion there is, okay? So Gretel is a 3-star monster, so let me just show you what the difference would be if I did a 4-star monster into this. See, it's still low here, but if I did a 4-star, the origin 5-star level can go up to normal. So you have a higher rate of getting actually a natural 5-star character once you fuse this. I'm keeping the Charlottes because I just want to test out Charlotte now that she has ignored defense. But I'm going to go ahead and go into, I'll just go into this Fire Mary. Okay, so Fire Mary. I have a chance to get a 5-star character, and this is going to be a nature character. I want to actually try to get fire because I'm trying to transcend some of my fire guys. So let me just do this real quick. Okay, so 5-star grade, it's going to be fire element. It takes a 1 greater firestone, which is nothing, and it's a normal cost. Costs 50 gold, 50,000 gold, not much at all. So I'm going to go ahead and fuse into it and see what I get. Hopefully I get a natural 5-star, but it turns out to be a 5-star Charlotte, which is fine because I plan on 6-starring Water Charlotte. So whatever, that's cool, random, awesome, right? So that saves so many resources. It's ridiculous, okay? It's one of the best things you can do. Now, one of the things to think about is light and dark champions, okay? When you have light and dark champions, okay, you can actually use this fuse to get a chance to get a 5-star light and dark. If your original character is a 5-star, then you can have the chance to do that. I'm not going to feed this light Ramon because I need water Helia. So I'm going to just do this for example. So I can do a dark, or what? I'll do a dark and a dark. Okay. So now typically you're using 2 3-stars right here. You just level them to the max, whatever. I'm saving 2 3-stars in resources by doing fuse instead of promoting or combining, awakening, whatever. So you save a ton of resources using fuse, and then you have a chance to get a 4-star grade, not through here because it's 3-star. Once you get into the 4-star mark, like I'll show you here, I have a low chance of getting an Origin 5-star. Okay, now because there's a low chance of getting a 4-star unit, a 5-star unit by fusing 4-star light and dark characters, I would suggest farming Mystery Dungeon as much as you can to get these light or dark characters, especially if you have a dark Lucian like myself that you want to transcend. That's what I'm going to be doing a lot. And I'm also going to be farming a certain tile so that I get light and dark pieces of a character, and I'll show you that in a minute. But let me just go ahead and see what I get by just doing this, you know, fusing a 3-star light dark. It goes up to a 4-star light and dark. Okay. I don't know if it didn't say anything about, it said 4-star grade, origin none. So I'm guessing you can't get a 4-star from the 3-stars. But if you did a 4-star into another 4-star, you do have a low chance of getting an origin 5-star. So that's pretty awesome. A very low chance. If you're just getting fodder anyway, you might as well do light and darks to get 5-stars here, so you can 6-star something. This is the quickest way to do it. So another thing to note is you can actually get a guaranteed 5-star if you feed 2 nat 5s into and you fuse them. Okay, so for example, Fire Heidi, natural 5-star. Okay, Elmira, natural 5-star. You see how the 5-star is actually guaranteed? It's gonna go into 6 stars, so you actually save a ton of resources that way, and it's a guaranteed nat 5. Okay, which makes sense because you're feeding 2 nat 5s into it. Now, if you did Fire Heidi and a Water Executor, it's not guaranteed. So, say you have, for example, a natural 5-star that you will never use. For I don't know, maybe you have level 70 Fire Heidi or whatever. Okay, Heidi, whatever. I'm not good with names. So say you have, it's already maxed out. And you summon another one. You can max him out and try to get a different element. Like if I went like this, you try to get a different element or whatever. Or just a higher chance of getting a 5-star. Okay. One thing to note is you can't fuse max 6-star levels. So when you get to this point, you're kind of more near the end game and you're trying to just summon for new things or get dupes to transcend or whatever the case may be. So you just have to realize where you are in the game and be able to do that. But fusing is one of the best things I've ever seen in a gacha. I mean, it's so many resources saved, ability to get natural 5-star champions. It's awesome. Now, for the Summoners War collaboration, this is just a smart idea. Like, look at this art, bringing Summoner War characters into Heir of Light with Aerolight's artwork and graphics. It's just amazing. Look at Velazul. Velazul is a beast, man. Look at all these guys. I mean, here's Vanessa, Okay, and they kind of have the same skills as they did in Summoner's War. It's a little bit different because this is more of it's not turn based. It's I don't even know what to call it. It's skill gauge based RPG, right? But I mean, look at the artwork and the detail. It makes Summoner's War's characters come to life. Okay, there's a couple different characters that I want and I'm gonna shoot for in my summons. I definitely want Water Archangel for sure. I love the passive. It's a strip when it's a crit hit, heals 15% of all allies when the skill is down. I mean, you can literally make him a speed nuke. Everything is based off of defense. I'd like Water Archangel, Water Valkyrie, Nature Valkyrie. You know, Nature Valkyrie Summoner's War is pretty much ignore defense champion. His passive, he gets a shield, and when he has the shield up, every skill ignores damage. So pretty amazing, right? Fire Valkyrie is, you know, pretty much Vanessa, the same thing, has a res, just like in the game, heals or reses, removes debuffs. It's just, they took the skills from Summoner's War and put it in the Heir of Light, in Heir of Light's own fashion, and I think it's just awesome. I mean, I would love Veligil. I just want him for looks. He's just awesome, right? So that's what I'm gonna be shooting for. I'm gonna shoot for, I'm gonna do the rate up summons for Valkyrie once, and I'll do for Archangel once, see what I get. And I have a bunch of other summons too, as well as some 5-star summons. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so let me collect. So this is the 1-year pre-registration reward that you get. It's a loyal Transcendence Summerstone, 5-star tank healer support servant. So we will go grab that, go into summon, and let's have a look. So what I'm gonna do here, I have 2 attack Transcendence Summerstones. That is from a returning player, and I think it's for the daily logins or whatever. I can't even remember how I got it. The loyal Transcendence summon from the pre-registration. I have 54 summons, and then 1 special summon, which I will probably use because I want Lenore or my girl Blavatsky. So I'm going to use that. And there's also a new tab, which I didn't know about until yesterday, was the rate up tab. Okay, so there's a increased rate. I'm going to do one on the Archangel and the Valkyrie just to see what kind of rate up it is. I'm not expecting anything from that because in any of the gacha games that I have played, I haven't got anything from rate ups very well, so we'll see. But let's go ahead and get into the summons. So let's go ahead and just summon this special summon stone. Nothing, 3-star. Cool, good job. Should we go into the 5 stars first? Now let's save it for last. So let's go ahead and get into summons. If you haven't played this game before, summons is it's just like every other gacha. Got some cool graphics. We're looking for the book to actually spark when you summon. I'm only talking about this because, you know, a lot of people haven't played Heir of Light, or you know, they're from Epic 7 because I do Epic 7 videos, or Dungeon Hunter Champions, or even Dragalia Lost. If you still watch me from Dragalia Lost, I haven't played that game in forever. But we are looking for some sparks from this book. I'm going to skip all the 3 stars. The monsters are, I mean, I can't talk more about the graphics in this game. I mean, and as you see, all the monsters that I do summon, I mean, just look at the artwork. Okay, I mean, it's pretty amazing. I'm probably skipping through a lot of it pretty quickly, but look at that badass squirrel, right? He's just awesome looking, right? Not very good, but still awesome. I mean, at some point in the game, I may just level up some 3 stars. I'm trying 3-star max Transcendence, a lot of 3 stars. And 3 stars are actually a lot easier to transcend because you get them more often. There's a Sparks. Let's see what I get. All right, another Charlotte. I plan on boosting a Water Charlotte to level 60. And higher, hopefully 70, because I'm going to be able to transcend her a ton. So I am okay with that. A lot of this natural 4 stars skills have changed, and that is awesome. I was asking for that for months and months and months when I used to play this game, because a lot of the 4-star skills were practically the same, just spread out over different characters. There was no originality to them or anything like that. So I'm glad they started changing some of the balancing in the Nat 4s and giving them new skills. So yeah. So only 1 spark so far. My luck hasn't turned out too well yet. Maybe they flagged my account because I quit for 9 months. I used to have some pretty good luck, as if some of you have remembered. I got that Dark Lucian from 1 black market scroll. There's another spark. Let's see what we get. All right, a Griselda. I have all the elements now. I might actually 6-star the Forest tank, 4 Omen 11, but I have Fire Heidi to tank it, so I don't know if I may want to make a full nature team. I probably will, because I need 1 more tank to build anyway, but I'm hoping to get a Water Valkyrie. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think so. There's another spark. All right, give you some sparks. Nat 5, baby. Let's go. Isabel. I don't know how she is. Let's see. Deals damage based off of defense. Okay, so a defensive based ranged unit. That's interesting. That is pretty interesting. Deals damage based off of defense. So self-defense buff of level 5. In this game, there's actually different stages of buffs. Level 5 is the highest, and then there's actually passives that actually buff that even higher. So Nat 5s usually have the level 5 buffs and level 5 defense breaks. There's 1 through 5 as well for defense breaks. So pretty cool. Deals damage. So a defensive based range character. I kind of like that. They never had that before when I played. So passive skill, every character in this game has a passive, regardless of, other games don't have that. Every character has a passive skill. So removes 1 debuff when skill lands as a crit hit. That's pretty sweet. So a defensive based monster that, if defense broken, does lower damage, but if he crits, the defense break goes away. So that's pretty sweet. Increase crit damage by 25% upon using skill. Max 250. Wow. I'm gonna have to build that for sure. I needed another nature character, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and keep summoning. All right. Medjed. Oh, good old Medjed. I remember Medjed. The dark one is actually decent 9 months ago. I don't know if it is now, but all right, Nutkin. Let's get 1 more spark out of these. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. 1 more spark, right? 1 more spark. Slime Man. There we go. There's another spark. Let's go. All right, Kume. So a lot of the Kumes were pretty decent back in the day. Now with all the 5 stars and the Transcending, I don't know. Fire Kume used to be a staple in Omen, and still probably could be, since she does have damage over time, for at least for starters. So Fire Kume is pretty decent. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go into a couple of different videos in the future. I'm going to go ahead and talk about 3 stars and 4 stars. Ooh, that's another one. Sphinx, baby. All right. I like the rates so far. Water support. Sphinx. Summons a spear from the ground that deals piercing attack. So an attack buff for all allies, which is nice, level 5. Prevents the enemy from receiving buffs. So the wave effects, okay, wave effects is like a secondary passive. So everybody gets a level 5 buff, but they also get a wave of an extra level 2 buff, which increases the attack as well. So it's like a greater attack buff, like from Epic 7, like Hazel, for example. So that's pretty sweet to have. I have so many water supports now. It's ridiculous. Summons multiple spheres from the sky, blah blah blah. Grants a shield based on HP to all allies and defense for all allies. So that's a pretty nice skill. A shield and defense buff, so that's pretty nice. Decrease enemy defense. I think that's probably a single target skill. And increases speed of all allies, so that's pretty sweet. What's our passive? Immune to skill gauge reduction and fills combo bar of DPS class when a tank class is struck. Interesting. Okay, I'll check on her and see how she does, but not 100% on her. I'm probably super wrong, but I haven't even looked into what is good now in 9 months. So let's go ahead. I got one more regular summon and just to nash him off. All right, now let's get into the 5 stars. Loyal Transcendence. Let's go. What are we gonna get? All right, this is this what is it? Nature, water. Okay, I already have one, but I can transcend it. So mine's already max 6-starred. If you don't know what transcend is, if you already have a max level 60 6-star character, you get a dupe, you max it out to level 550, you turn it to 6 stars, and then you can transcend it into your other one to get 2 extra levels and stat bonuses. So awesome. And then your main character goes to level 62, goes up 2 levels every time you transcend to a maximum of 70. So that is my goal, is to transcend all my main characters that I want to do to try to get back into the game. So I am okay with some dupes. Dupes are good actually in this game. So I got 2 attack Transcendence summons. So let's go ahead. All right, which Anku? I already have nature. Can you give me something different? Fire. Okay, so fire is, I was looking at fire skills, right? So fire has, you know, self-attack buff, increases damage, and then has ignore defense. Now, Fire Zeta is a character that does the same thing and is free to play. You get that just by completing the world map, right? His passive increases his attack by 50% when he uses skills, so that's pretty cool. He gets fire damage over time, so he starts to dwindle his own HP. But the base speed, I have to look at Fire Zeta's base speed again. Base speed is very important in order to make a turn first, right? So if this is higher, then I would probably go with Anku. If it's not, then Zeta is good. Now, when you are trying to get into higher stages of Omen or the magic dungeons or whatever to get the supreme stones, you're gonna need class specific teams. So this could be a good option to build Fire Zeta and Anku, especially because there's a lot of cleave characters in PvP. You don't want a lot of melee. So Anku, I'd have to just test it out really. So one more stone. I'm not really excited about 5 stars. Please say it's a Fire Heidi because I need to transcend him even more. But I don't think it is. It looks like water. Okay, I don't have water, so I am cool with that because water is actually really good. Defense break level 5, self-attack buff level 5. Does damage to all enemies, so he's a cleave unit, which is awesome. Kills a lot of front heavy teams. And also his passive is pretty interesting. So deals damage based on the enemy's HP if the target is in defense down. Okay, if they don't have defense down, then it ignores the defense. So he could be used in PvP, PvE, a lot of different places. Plus, look at him. He looks like he's a BA, right? He's awesome. All right, now for the last, I'm gonna do 10 summons for the Archangel, 10 summons for the Valkyrie, and see what we got. So let's start with my boy, the Archangel. Let's check it out. Get some sparks. Belladonna's. I did the 10, right? Did I do 10? Ugh. That's gross. I don't like that. That rate up sucked. That was too fast for me. That was just too fast. That was too fast. Alright. Should we do the Valkyrie? Okay. Archangel was a fail. But let's go with the Valkyrie because I want that water Valkyrie. I mean, I'll take nature. I don't need fire. So should I? I really don't want to get fire. Like, I already have Fire Lucian A. She reses, she heals, she does what I need to do. Should I just go with the Archangel again? But I really want that tank. I really want that water tank. No, I'm going with the Archangel. Let's go. No, I need servant inventory. Okay, after some maintenance, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna go with the Archangel again because I'd really like Water Valk. I think she's gonna be really good. But if I get that Fire Valk, I'm just gonna be so pissed. So I could use any 3 of these Archangels. So I'm just gonna go with Archangel again and see how this rate up is gonna turn out. I'm hoping for something. No Archangel. No, my luck has run out. It has run out. I don't like these rate ups. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I have some energy to refresh. Although I probably could do one more of the rate ups because the gems that come in is plentiful in this game, so you can literally refresh all the time. So on that note, let's go one more for the Archangel. No, you know, that's a sign. I'm not gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace out.